In this video, we're going to cover the places search feature of the Localizer Leads tool. As you can see, I've already typed in a keyword, the one that I've been using in the first video, an address, which is not required, but I know of a good search here that's going to show you guys some really cool results. The city, which obviously I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. You can type in any city in the world because then you can just type in the state or country. So I'm going to do Phoenix, Arizona, Phoenix AZ, and then the radius, which actually goes off kilometers because the way majority of the world works that. But for those here in the U.S., it's going to give you miles as well, so you can relate that back and forth. If you were just going to get rid of the address, you can do that as well. But what I want to show you here is that this is going to be super fast, the way it gets you results, and it's going to get you 20 results really, really quick. The key to why you only get 20 results with this is actually playing nice with Google, and we're tied directly into the Places API. So you can actually get this data direct from Google. Google is actually reporting this data to us for you, and then we're able to display it. But they will only give us 20 results. So that's why this is a really semi-limited but extremely cool feature for this one thing I'm about to show you. You can go in, you can type in any city. You can basically just build these up as you go along, type in different addresses. So there's a lot of different things if you're creative, how you can tie in and get all of this API data relatively easily and quickly. I'm going to look for the title, which is the business name like we talked about, the address, we've already seen that in the web search, their phone number, if they have a website or not, and they should because they're getting it directly from Google Places, so they're probably going to report some sort of website for that business. Categories, these are the ones coming directly back from the API, so this is not out there on the web. This is directly what Google's API is reporting. And then the email, we're trying to get it off of their main site. This doesn't get emails really well, but we threw it in there just in case you guys wanted it. The average rating, the places URL if you want to open up and visit their places page, and then we can also have the option to do the mobile search with the m.subdomain, the .mobi extension to the domain, or a WAP, and that you can just turn on by clicking on the little mobile site search option on the left. I don't really use mobile search in this feature, but I figured we'd give it to you. Now, as we're going through, if you didn't catch it, this column right here, average rating, is extremely important. This is the only place you're going to get this data. So I actually like to drag this column all the way over, and I sort by average rating, and this tells me a lot about the businesses that I am going to look at. And if you look at the very first top one here, they have an average rating on their business of less than 2, which means if you're doing any sort of reputation monitoring, this is really bad. This is a company with a really bad reputation. So the way I like to kind of play with the system and see is I go to average rating, and if they have 0, which means no one's talking about their business, so there's a whole other thing I can do with those guys. But for this example, I'm going to get rid of everybody that has less than a 4.5 star rating, and I'm just going to delete them. Delete the checked items. Boop. Now I've got 6 high quality leads. Now let's make it 5. Anybody less than 4, just for this example, that have some people that are talking bad about their business. Imagine what you can do just by sorting out the average rating of these businesses. And if you went out and you actually did a little bit of due diligence, or had an employee that's an outsourcer go out and do this for you, because remember, you get 2 license installs with the Localizer Leads tool, so you can hand this to an outsourced person and show them what you want them to do, and then just let them loose, and they can go out there and build a huge database for you, where you can then send them a direct mail piece, you can call them on the phone, and then in some cases you can email them, but that's going to be a little bit more difficult. But those are the main 2. Or if you're a door-to-door person, you can actually physically walk to these businesses and network with them and show them. Another thing too is if you want to know a little bit more about their business, or how their reputation looks online, you can type in in a general vicinity, tell me your business name, and tell me your address and city, and I'll go out there and show you what your online reputation looks like if you're talking to somebody face to face, just by using this tool. Another feature is now that I click on the first one here, and these guys are actually used quite often as a sample for us because of the 1.8 rating, is I can now open up their main website, I can export all the data, obviously, or I can open up their Places page directly and then review the ratings and reviews for their business. I can make them a video. I can send them a little video on it, or I can just basically show up and have some printouts. There's a lot of things you can do with this leads tool now that you've basically know all the intelligence on this business, and this is directly reported from Google itself. This isn't any third-party site or source. This is actually coming directly from the Google Places pages. So go ahead and use this feature wisely and use it for your business. Remember, I like to use the average rating. It only gives 20 at a time because it's coming directly from Google's API. And we've worked with some other things that might be able to help you, like the web search and some other search features that we're either adding into this tool or that we already have to help get you the highest quality results that you can go out and find highly targeted local businesses with. Take care, and I will talk to you in the next video. See ya.